is up. So guys, we're gonna talk about some issues right now. Now, I wish we can go back to the times when the life was good in the 1940s. Yes, guys, we are playing Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, guys. Now, right now in the world, we're going through a crisis, y'all. It kind of sucks, you know, to be honest. Not only are we dealing with COVID-19, guys, it's just crazy. People are dying. Riots going on. There's just a bunch of shit. You know, basically the world is like. But guys, let's go back into the times when I would say the 1960s, guys, when we had riots, and let's go back to the 1900s when we had the Spanish flu, guys. It was pretty bad. It killed 2% of the world's population, and it was just a crazy time. Now moving into the 1960s, now we had the riots when they killed Dr. Martin Luther King, and that was bad. And we had also the riots in the 1990s when they beat up Rodney King, so that was pretty bad too. It's kind of crazy how they both have the last name King, you know. I don't know. To me, that's just crazy. But anyway, guys, yeah. So basically, we're going through this traumatic time, you know, like in the world, and the world is just not. They want to go to a store, we have to be required to wear a face mask. There's curfews now. You can't be out past 8 o'clock. Businesses are closing. A lot of people are dying. People are robbing, shooting, killing. I mean, it's just crazy what's going on, you know. Unfortunately, we had a death to the black community, which is really sad, guys. George Floyd was murdered, executed by a racist cop recently, and it's pretty sad. Fortunately, he was charged, as well as the other racists that allowed him to be murdered and executed, which was crazy that we had witnessed that disturbing video on camera. But you know, what's happened, and it's sad, you know, that we have to go through this in the time of 2020, you know, and you know, like in the time we're in a modern time, and we're dealing with this, you know, where everything is modernized. Well, I don't really understand what modern really means. I guess you can call it modern because we have technology now, and I don't know. I just feel like every time is different. Honestly, I wish we can go back into these times in the 1940s, guys, when, you know, without the racism, but you know, when life was good, you know, when people actually had conversations, you know, about shit, you know. But anyway, guys, alright, so we just covered what's going on in the world, but let's talk about the game we're playing right now. So, alright, so we're playing Mafia 2, y'all. Mafia 2 is one of the best FPS games, not FPS, third-person shooting games I've played myself. I like bit my tongue, guys, I'm sorry. Mafia 2 is one of the best games I played on the PlayStation 4. Honestly, it came out in 2009 on the 2009, I think, on the PS3, or 2010. I'm not sure what year exactly, but it is definitely one of the best games I played in 2010. Now, they remastered the game. It was not just an HD remake. They redid the details in the characters, explosions, and facial details. The game is definitely remastered. It is really buggy. It definitely needs an update to fix the bugs and glitches in the game. But besides that, guys, it's the same original game, original story, fun game, guys, to play. Definitely, in my opinion, which is one of the best Mafia games of all time. IGN underrated it big time and gave the game a 7. I think when the game debuted on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2010. I think a follow-up that came out on the PC, it did, but it debuted on the 360 and PS3. And it definitely was a unique style game. Now, we all can look at The Godfather and say that The Godfather is the most amazing, spectacular Mafia game. I don't agree with that. The Godfather is one of the most amazing movies. Yes, it is. It really does capture the essence of the Mafia very well. But the thing I don't like about the Mafia, not the Mafia, The thing I don't like about the Godfather was that the Mafia in Godfather 3, it was more corny than anything. It wasn't realistic in Godfather 3. I mean Godfather 2, the video game. I didn't really like that game that much. It wasn't nowhere near as good as the Godfather 1 that came out back in 2005, I think, or 2006. 2006 it came out, I'm sure. It definitely was a really great game that came out in 06. You had Vito Corleone done perfectly. They had his character and everything, and Vito Corleone was really detailed and really done perfectly, and I thought that was an amazing job. So, alright, but anyway guys, besides that, in this game you're playing as Vito Scaletta. Now basically Vito Scaletta, the protagonist in this game, he just went through a lot of hardship. He grew up very poor. He went into the military, you know. He started off looting and robbing because he had no money. I mean, typical shit, you know. But it wasn't really about that. The story was really good. It was really rich. It was kind of sad how, you know, your mom died when you were... Spoiler alert, guys. Spoiler. I'm sorry, spoiler. It's kind of sad how your mom died, you know, like when you were in prison in the game. How, like, she passed away and stuff like that. And I found that to be really sad, you know, that your mom passed away in this game when, you know, when you're in prison in the game. And I was like, wow, you know, that's really deep, you know, because I know a lot of people connected to this game in a way because their moms passed away, and it puts that connection between you and the protagonist in the game. When something traumatic happens to the character, it makes you connected to the character in a way. So I really found that to be a really deep connection between the protagonist and the player, you know, and we need that more in video games now, guys, you know, because we definitely need this more, I would say, in a lot of third-person shooters, because third-person shooters, you know, that you have like the open world experience, you know, and you want the essence of that, you know, that story to capture you and captivate you in a way to where it's like, you're like, wow, this is a great game. This is something I want to play, you know? And I feel like Mafia 2 does that in such a great way. So, fuck IGN's review. Now, it comes a time where we're doing our own review of the game. So guys, this is our review of the game. I think the gunplay in this game is very well. It's very challenging. I don't like an easy game, and I feel like if they made the you know, the dodging bullets and hiding behind cover really easy, it would take the challenge aspect out the game. So I actually like the fact it's challenging. I like the fact I have to restart checkpoints from the early on stages because it makes it more difficult. And honestly, when I play a game, guys, I like a challenge. I don't like to play a game without a challenge. I think that's so boring. You know, it makes me yawn if I'm playing a game without a challenge, guys. And I personally love games with challenges, so definitely like the fact that this game has a challenge aspect to it, especially when I'm like hiding behind walls and stuff like that. They don't make it too easy, you know. They really don't, and that's a good thing, you know. You have to take your time, and I love that. I love long gunfights in a video game. That's something a lot of games lost. Everything now is so fast-paced. Games like Far Cry, I love Far Cry. Do not get me wrong, but I don't like how like they change up their style for capturing outposts and stuff like that. To me, it's kind of generic and it's kind of structured. Like, I like things to seem like they're not structured to be different, you know, like to come at you, you know, like in a different way. And I feel like a lot of games kind of copy that, you know, that Far Cry aspect of like, you know, capturing outposts and stuff like that. You know, I like how in Mafia it's more so, you know, like it's mission based, obviously. And, you know, the NPCs come at you in like different ways, you know, and to me, I think that's very cool. What they did with Mafia 2, how the NPCs are difficult to kill. The game is just difficult, you know, and I fucking love that, you know, and I love how the game's not easy, and I love how the game is challenging, you know. And I don't know, guys, it's just, to me, it's just a great game. This is definitely one of the best games I played on the PS3 when it came out. Obviously, this is a PS4 remaster, so I'm not considering it a PS4 game. It's definitely a PS3 game with just enhanced visuals. I myself been playing in 4K. I definitely recommend 4K or 8K. If you don't have the TV yet, you're definitely not going to get the full experience out your PS4. And I strongly recommend this to gamers to definitely get 4K, because it's definitely a big difference between this and the actual 1080p HD is definitely not going to cut it. It's really out of date. If you're still playing that way right now, it's definitely not the way to play. So definitely, guys, if you want the full experience of your game, I highly recommend playing in 4K, because it makes everything so much better. In my personal opinion, it does. But everybody has a preference. Everybody has a different way of doing things. I myself just like 4K. Alright, but anyway, guys, let's get to it. So right now we are chasing this guy because they killed Henry, and I like how you can fight in this game as well. Fights, I like that. GTA you can fight as well, but I like how in this game it's like boxing. And I know that back in the 1940s and especially in the 1930s, boxing was like big, so I kind of like how everybody's a boxer, and I think that's pretty cool that you really have to, you know, like you have like your own little you have your own like little boxing match in the game, and I think that's so amazing that they did that. And definitely big ups to 2K Games for putting that in the game. Like I said, you have to reset checkpoints sometimes, like we're redoing this whole part, and it, you know, it's pretty hard, you know, it's pretty challenging. This mission is definitely really challenging, but I myself, guys, I love a challenge. I love games that can give me a challenge, that can deliver a challenge to me. And me personally, guys, I think that's really awesome that this game gives me a real challenge, you know, and it makes it hard, you know. It doesn't make it easy for you, you know, to, oh, let me just beat this mission. Alright, so anyway, guys, August 28th. Now we're looking at a brand new Mafia game that's coming out, guys. It's just called Mafia. We don't know, guys, if it's gonna just be a remake of the original Mafia or it's gonna be a brand new game. But we know that it's called Mafia. It could be it could continue from this game. It could continue from Mafia 3. We don't know yet. I don't know yet. You know, 2K Games is releasing this out of nowhere without any prior knowledge to this game. Nobody knew a new Mafia game was coming out. They never announced it, but yeah, a new Mafia game's coming out August 28th, 2020. It's gonna be not $60, which is kind of crazy. I think that's crazy, guys. The new Mafia game is only gonna be $50, and I find that to be really awesome that they're making a new Mafia game, and hopefully we can see what happened with Vito Scaletta. Honestly, after Mafia 3, we don't know what happened. We just know that Joe disappeared. Vito talks about how Joe disappeared. We're not sure if he's dead. Vito says he's not sure if Joe is dead or alive, so obviously when stuff like this happens in video games, 9 times out of 10, Joe is not dead. So we know that Joe is still alive out there doing something, and we're not sure yet, but we're definitely going to connect the dots in the new Mafia, which I will be playing on launch day. I will be on that game. I think it's going to come out midnight. I'm not sure, but it's going to be on midnight, August 28th, guys. We will be on Mafia. And other news, we're talking about The Last of Us 2, guys. So The Last of Us 2 is almost here, guys. It's going to be out in like, I think 11 days now. The Last of Us 2, I'm definitely excited for it. I bought the game a long time ago. I've been waiting for this game to come out. They've been delaying this game for over a year now. I myself am so excited to be playing The Last of Us 2 and get to play it in the full experience in 4K. I think this is awesome that I'm going to be on The Last of Us 2 as well. I know a lot of other people are going to be The Last of Us 2 as well. So definitely, guys, really excited about The Last of Us 2. What do I expect? I expect more blood, more gore, and different type of clickers for The Last of Us 2. And also, guys, I'm gonna be doing a live stream for that as well. But let's get out of The Last of Us 2 talk, because I know you guys came in here to watch me play Mafia 2. Fuck, and I died. Shit, guys. So we're gonna have to redo this part in the game. I died once again. But yeah, guys, I just want to see in the new Mafia game. I just want to see more blood. I want to see more gore. I want to see realer movement and everything. I'm so excited for this Mafia game to come out, guys. I cannot tell you how excited I am that the new Mafia is coming out. Me personally, that I beat Mafia 3. Me personally, that I beat Mafia 2. I beat Mafia 1 a long time ago. I had that game as well, and I beat it. And Mafia 1 was a really cool game. I like how you can have race cars and stuff, and like, you know, like just a bunch of different cool things about Mafia. You know, like I really liked about the first game. I definitely like the second game a lot better. This is actually my favorite game, my favorite Mafia of all time. I actually like this one better than the third one. Me personally, I just like the feel of the 1940s. To me, like that's when the Mafia was at its strongest. Between the 1940s and 1950s, they really ran a lot of the businesses in New York and downtown New York back in the 1950s through 1940s, 50s, and 60s. The Mafia was at its strongest point. Also in the 80s, they were too, but not as much. The Mafia definitely is crippled now, I would say, because of the testimony, Sammy the Bucavano, how he told on all the families, and you know he's a rat and yada yada. And the Mafia is definitely not what it used to be back in the 50s and 40s. You know, I'm not condoning that type of lifestyle. I do not agree with it or anything like that, you know, but if you want to speak realistically on things and you want to speak facts, the Mafia fell apart because of the testimony from Sammy Bucavano, and then it just continued to fall and cripple until there's no investment in being a mobster now. I think it's pretty stupid if you wanted to do that, because not only would you be putting your life at risk, you're putting your family's life at risk, and you're putting your own freedom at risk, and I just think that's crazy to do, you know. But back in the 50s and 40s, it was more so you do it, you get out, you get paid, you fake your death, and yada yada yada. I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming from all the movies I watch, that's how it works, but I don't know. But anyway, guys, yeah, so that's it for my live stream, guys, today. Be free to follow my channel, guys. It is on the link below. Thank you guys for joining my live stream. I'll talk to you guys later. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.